And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Asgardian Pub Podcast. I am one of the hosts, L0ki, and right here, this guy over here is Dreadthor.
You're over there, and
Oh,
are you?
oh,
There you go.
okay.
There you go.
That way is Dreadthor. I'm kind of wired today. I've had enough caffeine to probably kill a horse, but I've had about 4 energy drinks plus freshen up.
It's funny that you're the wired one because normally, I'm the wired one, but today I'm the tired one.
And the roles have flipped. Welcome to episode 2 on the Spotify and episode 6 on the YouTube, titled Dragons, Bots, and L0ki. Oh my,
That really caught me off guard.
I mean, I am a bot sometimes. It's okay.
Oh no, it went from episode 6 to episode 2 to like, huh?
That's because we couldn't record the last couple on Spotify at the time. And don't worry, I'm working on getting a laptop all set up. Don't worry. We're just gonna
give him the womp womp for now.
Womp womp. Nah, I'm working on not a podcast, but a.
You are working on a podcast. Good call.
Oh yes, I am. No, I'm working on getting a laptop so we can start recording these live onto multiple platforms all at once. But time and money is of the essence.
Yeah, we all know how that goes.
Yes, sir. So, welcome everyone. Hopefully, you all had an amazing Easter, and you all are being safe tonight for all you Polish out there on this day. You're not like me, where you want to go drink. Because the Polish in me wants to go drink.
It's funny that you say that because German and Polish over here.
I am German and Polish as well.
What are the chances?
Well, what's really weird is I'm German, Polish, and on my mother's side, it's Scottish and Irish.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. Okay, I figured it out.
Oh. Yeah, so, Dreadthor, got me into a new game.
Yeah.
A very new game, and it's actually kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie.
Are you talking about the new survival game that just recently came out?
Yes, I am.
The
RuneScape Dragon Wilds?
Yeah, the one that RuneScape decided, hey, surprise, mother truckers, we're gonna drop this early.
Yeah, it's actually pretty dang fun. If you guys, what's a good comparison to this game?
Well, there's 3 ways to compare this game, and obviously the first one is to RuneScape itself, since it is called RuneScape Dragon Wilds. I got to go into a little bit of in-depth here. The RuneScape community is calling it RuneScape 4. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, there's the original RuneScape, there's RS2, and then there's RS3. And RS3 is the more MMO style RuneScape. RS2 is OSRS, which is the game mode. If you follow me, you watch me play. Now, the reason they're calling this RS4 is because it's a mixed play style of RS2, OSRS, RS3, and a survival game. So, that's just a little tidbit from the OSRS community.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've never played a RPG survival game up until this, and I'm actually having a fucking blast. Like,
building a house.
Yeah.
Or 2.
let's be honest here. Like my house is like a I don't
Barn.
know 15-foot by 15-foot little barn, and then you look next door and Dreadtor's got like a full on fucking mansion going on. He's like, hey, I need help. He's like, hey, I need help with some wood. I need to gather some more wood. And here I am. I'm already done building my house with only like 4 trees cut down.
Listen,
and here's him over here.
I admitted to the fact that I made it a little big.
You made it more than a little big. Like you made that thing almost like where 20 people can fit inside that thing and just live in it.
But hey, in all fairness though, it does look good.
It does. It does. After we added some lighting and all that.
And we still got some detail work, which one of the best things I like about this survival game is the creative process that you can do while playing it. Like you can add kitchen tables, you can make interior rooms. One of the things I did in my house is I built a room inside of the house for a bedroom, and then it allows you to collect materials to make a bed, like a proper bed, and you can add like side tables, kitchen tables. You can have what was that called? A pot station. So you'd have like your skillets and all that type of stuff in a little station inside the house. But one of the cool things about this game is it allows you to use magic from runes from actual RuneScape.
Yeah, which I think is pretty cool until you see an axe go flying by and you're like, what the hell was that?
Oh yeah. Then
so I'm gonna be brutally honest too and upfront about it. I've never played RuneScape, so yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in RuneScape you don't see flying axes.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying in general that I've never played RuneScape.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's one of the best parts about the survival game that they came out with is you don't need to be a RuneScape player to enjoy it.
Yep.
A lot of people were streaming this game when it came out who were not RuneScape players, and the RuneScape community themselves was actually streaming it as well. Us being one of them. And
I haven't streamed it yet. I'm pretty sure if I streamed it, my computer would probably blow up.
Well, I mean, you were on stream with me whenever I was streaming it.
Yeah. No, my computer literally sounded like a jet engine getting ready to take off. I was like, oh.
And if you guys, if anyone is curious about the game, I will be streaming it again this Saturday. I'm gonna start making Saturdays, Dragon Wild Saturdays.
I will be more than likely streaming Call of Duty. I will try streaming it. I'm just more afraid that my computer might blow up.
Now, last week, if you guys were here, we talked about our streams and everything like that. Here's a question I have for L0ki. This past Saturday, I saw you streaming early in the morning.
Yes.
Are you planning to do like a dual stream where you're streaming in the morning, then streaming it later at night? Or have you really thought about the process you're going with that? Because I know you were changing a bunch of different things for your schedule and whatnot.
So I streamed early Saturday last week because I woke up real early. For some reason, I have not been able to sleep in on the weekends. So I've been just kind of testing the waters, I should say, of like where and what point do I get the best viewership. Come to find out that if I stream early in the day, about 3 o'clock to rough within the time range between like 7 and 8, I get more viewers. Morning wise, I get a lot of like the UK people who follow my channel within within that time too. So they'll stop out and say something. It's kind of hard to determine whether or not what time I want to stream right now because like you said, I've been testing a lot of stuff out and kind of trying to find where my traction is within streaming and content creating. And like I said last stream, I have now started streaming on the weekends. So like Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Only because if you guys weren't here last week, my work's starting to pick up. I got a promotion as well. So I'm trying to get better sleeping habits, better what'd you say? Better habits for motivation for the next day of work.
Time management.
With what I'm doing. Huh?
Time management.
Yes, because so for those of you who aren't in my server or anything like that, I have now become a huge surveyor for my company. So my job is more important than the people actually building the buildings and running the jobs.
Are you doing the ground surveys and stuff like that?
So my job is to determine where the building lands and where all of the material for like underground pipes, underground electric, where all that would go. So I would have to go in and label it all out. I'd have to determine all.
You're the flag guy.
Pretty much in a way, but I'm also the guy that goes in and lays out a building for where all the framework goes and where all of like walls would go as well.
All right.
So my job is extremely important.
Well, and yeah, you make sure a building doesn't fall in.
Pretty much. I was given the opportunity to either A, just stay on the path I'm going, which is being a carpenter, a journeyman carpenter, or B, improve my skills in a area that my company has never done before. So I took the opportunity, and the opportunity also grants me, it's basically an office position, but I'd still be in the field. So I'd have like days where I'm in the office going through a bunch of stuff, asking questions, things like that. And then I'd be back on the field doing all the layout and stuff. And then if like we have a job or we don't have a job to do one day, I would go to another job site and help build things. Like I would go and still do my carpentry work. So I took the opportunity to accept this to actually help get me higher up there. It also comes with a huge responsibility because I will be getting a work vehicle and all that, which is why I've wanted to start swapping up my streaming schedule, because I want to get better sleep and time management, and especially if I'm going to be traveling more and more, because we have jobs about an hour and a half away from my house, and my house is 45 minutes from the jobs or from the actual office. So I've kind of determined, like, since this is my primary job and streaming's just for fun and a hobby of mine, I might as well start focusing on it and getting it done. So that way I can get a house, and then once I get time management and everything else down, I can finally hop into streaming again and start hitting it hard again. Harder, I should say, because I'm still hitting it hard on the weekends. I'm just gonna.
I definitely got to say that one of the areas your company should look at is once you get better at the surveying, that would be setting up surveying projects for you as a contractor.
So with my job being a surveyor, they're actually, once I get real good at it and all that, they're going to start subcontracting me out.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Other company. Yeah, that's basically the goal.
So yeah, it would bring in more profit for your company and bring in more work for you.
Yep. And so with my company that I work for, it is 100% employee owned. So we all own the company we work for. So a lot of like the bonuses and stuff like that we get from a portion of the revenue we make as a company as a whole. So, for instance, 1 year my bonus was $9,000,
Dang.
give or take, between 1,000 and 1,000, 1,000 positive, 1,000 negative. And like I said, we're in construction, so you'll have an up year and you'll have a down year, and
Always.
it all depends on like the stock market with wood or the windows or the tiles. It all depends because you can't factor in
Inflation.
your material. Yeah, you can't factor in your material on a daily basis because one day it'll cost such and such, to the next day it'll cost even more or even less. So
Yeah.
it's all an influx.
Well, I
Yeah.
just want to say congratulations on the promotion, and I hope it
Thank
all
you.
goes pretty well, good for you.
Yeah. So that's kind of why I've toned it back and started doing the podcasting thing and all that. Just still creating content out here for you guys. Hanging out with my buddies.
And
can.
that also means that during the week, I'm going to be starting to pick up again here soon for my streams due to the fact that my schedule just changed. And I am now Monday through Friday. Woo! First time in working career.
So, which means you'll catch me and Dread Thor on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yep. And so I'll be working. My work week will be from 10 p.m. Monday, and then my end of the week will be at 6 a.m. Saturday morning.
Ooh.
So that's going to be pretty dope. Not to mention, now I won't be on every Saturday and Sunday streaming. I'm going to every so often go down to the campground with my family because it's been a few years since I've been able to do so, and I need to go touch some grass and pick up my fishing pole because my fishing pole is dusty.
Yeah, if you guys actually can see right next to me, right here, that is actually my compound bow, which I just got fixed up over the weekend. So we're gonna be back to shooting arrows again at some point here in the next couple of days.
God, I wish I had a compound. I miss archery. I used to do a lot of archery when I was younger.
Oh, dude, I love shooting the bow. To be honest with you, so with that said, it's I've been thinking about. Well, I wouldn't say thinking about it. I've been talking to my dad and joining a league, archery league.
Hey, you know what that means?
What's that?
You can get some GoPros.
Oh yeah, start streaming it.
Yeah. But all right. So that's a little recap of our real lives. Now, speaking of archery and stuff like that, in Dragon Wilds, they have the 3 combat tier. We have melee, range, and magic that you can use. And all the skills, RuneScape style, as you level, you can go up to 99. And for some of y'all out there, you can actually max out. For the non-hardcore RuneScape players. As I say it, and I'm not maxed yet either. But hey, I got 2 accounts over 2K total. Fight me. Then on top of it, you unlock pretty interesting skills, which is a really decent quality of life. One of the ones me and L0ki found out was there's a spell that's called Splinter, and what it does is when you chop down a tree, you can stack up a bunch of trees and hit it with one spell, and it turns them all into regular logs that you can pick up and not have to cut every single one.
Yep. I yeah, I found out that the hard way when Dreadtor was like, "Watch how easy this is," and here I am just holding down the click over here.
And then he's like, "How'd you do that?" And I'm like, you got to make runes first. And he's like, "How do you get runes?" I literally explained this earlier.
That's because I was too busy building a house.
No, you weren't. It was right before you were building a house.
No. I was already building a house, and then you were on the other side, and I was still completing a mission. And then next thing you know, I was like, Dreadthor, come look at this. And he's like, what did you do? And walks over and sees my little bar.
So I got to tell you all this. If you've played survival games, which for any viewers in here, if you have, one of the number one rules: don't build a house in the starting area.
He's hinting at me because I did that. I did it.
I asked L0ki, you ever played a survival game? Yeah. Would you be interested in playing this? Yeah. Gets into the game. What do I do? I've never played a survival game before.
Yeah. Honestly, that was me because of.
Were you just going off the excitement that I was having?
Yes and no. So like survival games to me is like DayZ or what was the one? What was the one I brought up to you?
DayZ.
Yeah, it was DayZ, wasn't it? Or like Minecraft even.
Rust.
Yep. I played a little bit of Rust, but never like got into it. Same with Ark. But I'm gonna be honest here, this one is a lot more fun than those two. Even though I like dinosaurs and stuff, I just if I had a group of people to play with, maybe I could get into those. But right now, with just Dreadthor and I just chilling inside of the RuneScape server, it's actually kind of peaceful.
Now, I will say this: they are playing. This is not fully released. Like this is not all the game yet. Okay, they dropped essentially early access for this game, and they're coming out with a lot more content. They're coming out with a lot more stuff for this, which is even more hype considering how good the game is. And L0ki hasn't even experienced a quarter of it yet.
Yeah.
Now, I will be fair. I have not played since L0ki logged off the other day, out of respect, so that way we can both share the excitement when we do play together.
Yes.
Because I think this happens a lot, especially in survival games, is one person will be like, all right, well, I gotta go, and I'll talk to you guys later. And then Tom, Dick, and Harry will be like, all right, see you later, and they'll continue to play. And next thing you know, when you log back into the server, there's 900,000 things going on, and you're like, huh? What? What's going on?
Yep.
And then you when you log back in, Tom's over there doing this and that, and you're like, dude, how long did you guys play after I logged off? And next thing you know, they're talking like, oh yeah, we played for 2 days.
hey, it'd be that. What is that South Park episode? Make Love, Not Warcraft. Where the boys were just grinding like 8 days straight of just World of Warcraft trying to beat that one dude on the computer. He's all sitting there like.
But yeah, so like things like that, and I had that issue with Valheim. People would transfer their characters from different servers that had like all these different things unlocked and stuff like that. And next thing you know, you're running around discovering this and that, and it's not something I'm interested in. I want to play with a group. If I'm playing with a group of people, I want us all to experience it together.
Yes, agreed.
And
now, unless it's Hearthstone, because I am still gonna outplay Dreadthor.
Listen, true, but still, so
and that's only because I have been the hugest Hearthstone nerd there is. I've owned every expansion to date.
We're still going to say this. He may be a huge Hearthstone player, but he's still not on the top of the list.
Listen. I have hit 5,500 on the MMR, which leads me to be only 2,500 away from being on the top 500 in the world.
So he just proved my point. He's still not on the top of 500 list.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm 5,800. So I'm climbing. I'm still climbing. I just gotta find time to actually sit down and play.
So
I think Call of Duty has corrupted my mind so much to the point where it's like, no, you're playing COD today, not Hearthstone. Fine.
Now, I will say this: one of the aspects on our server that we created, there's no friendly fire.
I know it sucks.
And if you do have friendly fire on, you can PK each other. But you know, as a first server, I just wanted us to play and learn the game and stuff like that. And eventually, if it comes down to it, and we get enough, what's the word I'm looking for? Enough interest into the game, I would like to eventually get a private server, so that way we could have viewers and stuff play with us, which I think would be really cool.
Yep. That's like, I have a viewer that keeps asking me to play Call of Duty, and like I keep telling him to add me, and I've added him, and then he sits in my lobby, and I'm in the middle of a game, and then just leaves, and then hops offline. It's like, dude, if you just have some patience and give me the time to actually finish this game, you can come play. Like, I am always open to playing with my viewers. I am always open to play with anyone that wants to play.
But yeah,
So
when it comes down to the private server aspect, that has not been released yet through the game, and when that information is given, then we will talk more about that. But there is something that has been bugging me recently.
and what is that?
And you know, for all you out here who watch us, I'm sure you guys are fans of Freshen Up. And I'm sure you watched other streamers and stuff like that. But a major issue I've been seeing lately, especially as a streamer, dun, 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 bots. Mother trucking bots.
Yeah, I don't even really want to go into that conversation because it irks the shit out of me.
Hey,
So,
you know what? It may irk you, but we got to.
if you guys saw my stream on Saturday, you would have probably been like, I can understand why. Saturday, within the first, I don't know, 5 minutes of the 4th hour into streaming, 6 bots came into my stream, posted links saying, get your cheap viewers here. And I'm just sitting there like, yes, no one can see the links, no one can see the bots' names, because I have Wisebot that bans potential dangerous links and spam on my streams, and it will permanently ban you and time you out. Well, basically, it was like five or 6 bots that came in all at the same time and posted different bot buying links within my stream. And that is the first time that I've seen that many up at once. Everywhere else, it's been hit or miss with it. It's been kind of crazy. I know Kick has an option where it's a test right now, or a trial, where you can have like bot protection for like the first, like, what is it, 30 minutes? What's that?
There you go. Your camera froze there for a second.
Oh, I think it was like for the first like 30 seconds of or not 30 seconds, but 30 minutes of your stream on Kick was for bot protection. And you know, everyone has these complaints, and more people keep complaining about it, but yet none of these streaming websites like Twitch or Kick have come out and actually put a, how would you say it, like a firewall against bots. So who knows who's view botting, who knows who's not. And the worst part is like, let's say Dread Thor paid for a view bot,
which I never would, because
well, yes, we all know that. I mean, we wouldn't be complaining and bitching about it right now with you and I right now. Let's say for instance, you were to hop into my stream, you paid for a view bot, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You can bring your bots into my stream, which would bump my numbers up drastically, but it would hurt me so bad to the point where you couldn't make it up. And I've noticed a lot of good friends of mine. I've noticed Freshen Up, which I love to death. I love Jordan, and I love Mrs. Freshen Up to death over there. And I feel bad for them because they'll get botted.
Oh yeah, they just had a there's another bot going around as well called a follow bot, and they had to contact Kick because they got followed for over 100 viewers or 100 followers not too long ago, and it's just absolutely wild.
And what's hold on, give me 2 seconds. And what's real crazy is like, for instance, we can bring these bots in the streamers platforms, and it would hurt them. So, for instance, and what I mean by hurt is if Dreadthor would do it to my stream and brought all these bots over, people would see like, hey, this guy's got hundreds of followers, hundreds of viewers right now.
No one's talking.
But yeah, and then we'll come in and only see like 2 people talking. And it's like, okay, something's up here. He's doing this so he can get actual viewers by paying for fake viewers. Because let's be honest here, the view bots don't count really for view numbers. I hate to break it to people. Like, you don't make a revenue from view botting on certain websites. Now, I don't know if that's true for Twitch, and I don't know how true it is for Kick, but bots from your views from bots don't count towards your revenue.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild. And like, one of the big things I have to say is just the sheer fact that not only is it, ruining streamers as far as like the integrity of the stream, but it's ruining the trustworthiness of the streamers. Because if a new person comes in and sees that type of stuff, they're not going to want to watch them.
No.
And it's just absolutely wild how this has escalated as much as it has. Because I've been streaming for 10 years. And it's just, when I first started streaming, view botting and chat botting and stuff like that was a big thing. And it died down, and now here we are back again in full circle of it coming back into play and really, really screw with people.
And one thing that I can say that I strongly despise with the whole view botting is like you just said, it's been around. You've been around for 10 years. View botting's been around for that long. We all know it. Why hasn't Twitch or Kick or Rumble or even I don't know if YouTube's strong in the view botting right now. But why don't these major streaming websites have, like I said, have a firewall? It's been around for years. What is stopping it?
I gotta say this. It's kind of like the Call of Duty bans. They just don't happen. And the issue
And I'm gonna say this now. We all know Twitch is
not in a good spot.
Twitch's nepotism is unreal. So I'm just gonna go with that. And what I mean by that is if you look at all of the what would you call it? All of like the streamer bans and
unbans
and all of the unbans from like what was that streamer? Yeah, it was like streamer bans or something like that. It's a legit Twitter page that like posts like how long they've been banned and how long they haven't. And you can go to like Kick and look at how, or not Kick, at the Twitch streamers and look at how many times they've been banned and then unbanned. And then if you go to the reasons, like it's like, why?
Well, I can tell you one of the reasons they get unbanned.
Oh, 100%.
They got the boobas. And, you know, if you go on there and look, they've been banned because of accidental showings, or they've been banned for showing something on stream that they shouldn't have, or they've been banned for, you know, and it's usually started off as something minor, and then they see how far they can push the limits.
Oh, 100%. And then what I thought was absolutely like hilarious is like all these hot tub streamers.
Oh, did you see the censor bar streamers?
Yeah.
Or okay, this one I got to give props to creativity. Okay, she wore green booty shorts and streamed her playing Fortnite off her ass.
I know who you're talking about too, and she got banned for that, and then got unbanned the next day.
I mean, is there anything like? Okay, in all honesty, I have to say yes to the unban on that, because what did she do wrong?
Well, so come to find out, it wasn't green shorts. That's where it was wrong.
Could you tell?
She painted, and yes, there was crevices.
Here's the thing, though. You can put your camera in the shape of anything you want. If it's in the shape of a butt, as long as you're not taking the chroma key off, you're fine.
Well, part of the reason was she did turn it off.
See, that part I did not know. So
yes.
If you don't turn the chroma key
banned.
If you don't turn the chroma key off, you're perfectly fine. You know what I mean?
That is why she got banned, when she turned that off.
Yeah, so that was her own fault. But the concept of it, I give 110% props. That is creative as heck.
Yes.
Now,
so,
like the censorship bar and stuff like that, pretty much sitting there streaming naked. No, come on now. There's other sites for that.
So what I don't get either is like, okay, you have like all these hot tub streams, all this and that, and we all know that Twitch has been a platform for gamers, right? What do gaming streamers attract as an audience?
Gamers.
Huh?
Gamers.
Yes, but you're talking like kids that are like 13 that would sit there and watch you all day play like Call of Duty, or learn how to do an Easter egg, or learn how to build something in Minecraft, or for instance watch people play Fortnite, because Fortnite is, let's be honest here, Fortnite is a huge kids game.
Now I will do a little defense on this. Most of the hot tub streamers and stuff like that, the streams are rated mature. And
well, I'm saying it doesn't matter if they rate it as mature. What I'm getting at is what Twitch needs to do to cover their own ass at this point. Same with Kick.
Or the asses of the streamer.
To cover their own ass, what they need to do is kind of do what Boxed.gg did.
Elaborate.
So Box.gg, we all know, or for those of you that haven't been here, is a almost like a card gambling site. So what I mean by that is, for instance, if you want Pokemon cards, I would recommend using Boxed because you can get some very heavy hitters. All you have to do is log in every half hour and it gives you free gems. Well, to get those free gems and to enter every half hour, you need to show your legit ID to be verified to even earn those free gems on their website. And I feel Kick and Twitch to verify that you are of age to go into these like rated M streams, you need to have an ID verification.
Now, I will say for myself, I keep my streams rated M mainly because I talk shit, and when I talk shit, I cuss. And
So
I know a lot of parents are not fond of their kids watching streamers who cuss a lot and everything like that. But I do my best to try to make my plays for more adults and stuff.
It's covering your ass in the long scheme of things.
Yep.
And I think the way Twitch and Kick can do that, like I said, is the ID verification. Because let's be honest here, you and I were teens at one point in time.
Yep.
You and I knew how to get on sites and every other little thing with multiple accounts.
Now, I will say this though, at least back in my day, it was a lot easier. It was a lot easier.
You had Playboy magazine. Let's be honest here. Anyways,
I mean, I didn't, but I could get access to it.
But let's be honest here. We all know kids will go above and beyond and will get around.
Well, I can honestly say this: like, there are sites out there that they don't even need accounts for.
Like, well, exactly. It's so. What I mean by it is like, okay, Indiana has banned those sites. Who says I can't use a VPN?
I will not be moving to Indiana
then. Jill ain't getting no love. No. So for instance, you have Indiana who banned those websites. Now you can just use a VPN to get on them. For instance, you have to log into a certain website using an email address, but it has to be, you have to verify that you are 18.
Yeah.
So who says you can't make a fake email that says you're above 18?
Now, I will expose myself as a kid.
You've done it.
I was curious about this, and it was one of those things where it was, I wonder if this is a thing. And at the time, I don't remember which site it was, but I searched, is there a, and I found this on Reddit back in the day, and it was pretty much, it was a site you had to pay for, and I was like, is there an account that would allow me to log into this that's already paid for?
Yeah.
And I found one that they gave the account name and password to.
Yeah. And so and that's what I'm trying to say is like, if we want like full stoppage and like these streamers that want to be that way or want to be that want to test the limits, then we need to start ID verifying.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Viewers. But we all know that won't happen. We all know Twitch. We all know certain things.
Now, one thing, I'm gonna circle us back here because we got a little off topic there. Um, One thing I would love to see happening in the future when it comes to these bots is I feel like Twitch and Kick needs to have a bot claim form.
Bot claim.
So say, you get botted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for a fact that you got botted. And out of nowhere you're getting 100 followers. You can contact Twitch or Kick or any streaming service and put in a form that says, hey, I've been botted. And they would have a dedicated team to look at the accounts that followed you, and they could get rid of them and stuff like that. And they could sit there and possibly do like a monitoring service or something for you for a week. And they could check and see if there's any common occurrences that happen during that time period. Like, say, Plankton123 has been in your stream every time there's a bot, and they can track that stuff down.
Yeah. So, and another thing too is like it would be nice if like you wouldn't have to manually go through and delete them. Now, I've seen some content creators make a bot to eliminate bots by name. And it is very entertaining to watch.
That kind of makes me think of those people that scam busters.
Yes.
Yeah. That's definitely one of those, like, the whole bots thing is kind of one of those major pet peeves that I have when it comes to streaming. Because I personally have been botted. It was in my early days as a streamer, and I was sitting there, and next thing I know, all these, hey streamer, you're doing such a good job. Hey streamer, da 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 da. Hey streamer, blah 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 blah. Hey streamer, blah. And my chat's going and going. I'm just like, at first I was sitting there like, oh hey, how's it going? And then it started getting more and more and more. I got chat botted. And then it turned into chat botting into chat bot followed. I contacted Twitch back then, and they removed the followers and stuff like that. And in all honesty, it kind of ruined the time for me for the stream. So I was just like, you know what, screw this. I'm logging off for the night because that just drained me of all my will to stream.
Yeah, I gotta find this video for you because it was absolutely hilarious. And he was like, "Yep, that's right, get screwed," and he's like doing it live on Twitch.
Let's see how. I gotta check something because I think a lot of people would be interested in this information.
But yeah, I mean the bots are just Now, not to really jump on another topic here. Speaking of bots, so on another episode of L0ki being L0ki. If you guys follow me on social media, you would have a hoot watching me argue with people. So the other day, and this is for everyone that's interested. The other day, there was a conversation that got sparked on Twitter about a rumor that Ubisoft was going to come out with a battle royale. Now, me being me, who loves any type of new game, battle royale, FPS, blah blah blah, I'm gonna tell my opinions how they are. I don't honestly care. And what I mean by this is the fact that because I read that it was Ubisoft and that they were going to create a battle royale, I went into the argument mode of, so what you're gonna say is this is going to fail like X Defiant. So it was a couple hours. It hit about 300 likes. And just out of nowhere, and I'm gonna say his name because on Twitter, because I don't care. It's just a Twitter name.
No.
Okay, if you go to my Twitter, just look up ttv_L0ki. You can find it there.
There you
And in the long scheme of things, me and this dude argued for almost 4 days straight. And the reason I say we argued is because Buddy says I am very prejudiced against Ubisoft. And this was my argument. I said, I am not saying that this game is going to fail because of Ubisoft. What I'm saying is that if Ubisoft doesn't invest the time into this game like they do Rainbow Six, Ghost Recon, or Assassin's Creed to fix the bugs or the glitches, then this is going to fail. This is also more than likely going to fail because it is in such a saturated market of what they want to do. And what I mean by this market is saturated, right now you have 4 heavy-hitting battle royale games right now. Let alone there is a couple indie games that are also up in the top 10 battle royale games right now. You have not only Warzone, you have Fortnite, you have Apex, you have PUBG, and Naraka is making a comeback in the battle royale field. Now you also have these smaller battle royale games that are also up there right now with a huge fan base. Like you have Hunt Showdown that's up there. And we've been arguing about this for the whole time, and he's saying, no, you're just saying this because it's Ubisoft. And I've explained to him, like, no, you have reason A over here, reason B here. Like, both of these tie into one another. I said, what they should do is stick to the games they do best. Rainbow Six, Ghost Recon, and Assassin's Creed. Now, I said, if they want to do a battle royale, do it with Ghost Recon. Because if you played Wildlands or if you played Breakpoint, and this is my reasoning, both of them huge maps for both games. Extremely huge maps. Not only did you have cars, you had helicopters, you had boats, you had armored vehicles, you had camps where you can hop on sentry guns. You had a lot of things to do within the Ghost Recon world. It was not only first person, but third person as well. And if Ubisoft really wants to dabble into a battle royale, that is a key point and area they should focus it on, is Ghost Recon. The reason why X Defiant failed so bad was A, lack of content, B, the support, and C, all of the studio people that were trying to fix the game didn't put in the time and effort to fix the bugs or the glitches within X Defiant, which in all reality became the biggest downfall of that game. It was a fantastic game. It was fun. It was something new. If they kept up on those three things, it could have been up there with Call of Duty. It could have been up there with Rainbow Six. It could have been up there with Battlefield. But when you don't have substance to keep the game going, when you don't have the support to fix the game, and when you don't have the proper teams to do it, what do you expect? And that is my opinion right now with Ubisoft, is the fact that they do not have the supporting capability to keep a new title or new game up and going, other than what they have been known for. They need a bigger studio or bigger a bigger studio or a bigger staff to even try this. And
well, I mean, that pretty much goes hand in hand, wouldn't you say?
Well, yes, but when you, I mean, studio wise, as in like they need more studios to help them with this.
Yeah.
Because right now, what just released from Ubisoft? Oh, that's right, Assassin's Creed Shadows. What just got announced by Ubisoft? Oh, that's right, Rainbow Six. So those two titles are being worked on right now. Where's the support? Where's the teams that are going to be coming to do this battle royale from these two? When half your team is working on Rainbow Six and the other half is working on Assassin's Creed. So, like I said, if Ubisoft really wants this, and if they really go for a battle royale, they need to do it in Ghost Recon. That would have a huge hit on the battle royale scene.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if anyone has seen the rumors and the news, but there has been an announcement of a possible Halo battle royale, and there has also been an announcement of a possible battle royale coming to the new Battlefield. And another big thing coming within the next year, I do believe it is, Call of Duty is bringing back DMZ. And DMZ is still heavily populated by a huge faction of the Call of Duty fan base, because it was a perfect example of a simplified Escape from Tarkov. Like, I hate to break it to you. Like, Escape from Tarkov, fun game. Delta Force, fun game for the extraction shooter. Delta Force for the Battlefield style, fun. Battlefield, fun.
L0ki, I gotta mention this. The Halo Battlefield was canceled.
The newest one or the old one?
The newest one.
So, if I remember correctly from the gaming devs, it got canceled and held off. But I think they are still bringing it back. It was, they want to focus on this game to be better than 2042's launch. So I know they were putting a lot of emphasis in the campaign and multiplayer.
Yeah, it says the Battle Royale mode was canceled, with reports suggesting that the decision was made due to a shift in focus towards other Halo projects upcoming.
Oh, for the Halo one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you said Battlefield.
I didn't. It said Battle Royale.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Battlefield. So the Halo one got canceled. Okay, which would make sense.
Yeah,
But
that was updated in October 2024.
okay. See, I haven't really kept up on it. I just knew there was rumors of it coming at some point. But
Yeah, I just decided, I was like, I just look it up and see, because I was curious and I saw that.
Because I do know one thing is certain. I know they were talking about coming back with a Halo Wars 3, which would be awesome if that rumor comes true. Because let's be honest here, I'm a huge RTS fan, and the Star Wars Empire at War and Halo Wars and Command and Conquer were my absolute favorite. But back to what I was saying, if Ubisoft really wants to dabble into this realm of Battle Royale, do it in the Ghost Recon. Now, because of that argument, like, this guy was like saying I'm just prejudiced because it's Ubisoft, blah 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 blah, and it's like no. It's like, I was like, to be honest here, you're being like extremely prejudiced against Apex, because he kept saying like Apex's numbers are dying, Apex numbers are this, Apex numbers are that, and it's like, Apex is still within like the top 5 BR range. I think it's like one of the top 3 BRs right now. It's Warzone, Fortnite, and Apex right now, the top 3 battle royale games. Now, do I think Apex is dying? Yes, because there's not that much content to that game. It's been the same since the game's released almost. Like, there's not really a new map. There's not really new.
The top 3 Battle Royale games is number 1, Fortnite. Number 2, Apex Legends. And number 3, Warzone.
Exactly. And like, he kept arguing with me saying that Apex is dead, blah blah blah, and it's like, it's the top 3 BRs right now. And what I finally like figured out is this dude would just, I'm just gonna say it, he had basically Ubisoft's dick literally in his mouth the whole argument. And I was like, dude, you're just being biased at this point with everything. You're like straight up against every other battle royale title, every other, how would you say it, every other BR game at this point. So, and what else I thought was funny is like some of the commenters are like, this could be successful if this game was supported like every other Ubisoft game, and he just ripped into them too. And it's like, okay, you know what, you sound like a dev who's trying to like save last hope here. But in all honesty, if Apex is really dying, what I think the creators of Apex should do, and this is me being me, is go back to what the creators of Apex was known for and just fucking create Titanfall 3. Now, speaking of Titanfall 3, I don't know if anyone has seen the rumors, but it's practically been kind of confirmed. We will be having a Titanfall 3. It was posted by a couple of huge leakers that have been who have been devs of the studio Titanfall, and yeah, let's be honest here. If said leakers are
I may have to bust the bubble.
what's that?
There probably won't be a Titanfall. Probably not. Titanfall 3 was canceled. The first Titanfall game was only a moderate success. The second one, while an excellent game, a commercial flop. The team and some of the assets from Titanfall 3 were moved to Apex Legends.
Yes. So Titanfall 2 was a flop. Titanfall 1 was like pretty much how would you call those games? They're not nostalgia. They are like cult favorite.
Well,
right.
This was posted in April 23rd, 2024.
Yeah. So and the post of Titanfall 3 happened like April 2nd or something like that of this year.
I'm not seeing anything.
I'll pull it up for you. Let me go to X real fast because it was a couple of leakers that I follow.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I'm looking at a bunch of things, and like gaming Bible said Titanfall 3 is finally on the horizon. Planned to release in 2026, and now is April 4th of 2025.
Yep, there you go. I'm sending you this now. There you go. And you gotta look up your roots. L0ki. And he is a huge leaker around like the Apex and Titanfall games.
Even the leakers are saying, please let this be true. So they're not even confirming it yet.
Yep.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see about the Titanfall, because there's far too many speculations on both sides of the fence.
So this L0ki, a lot of his leaks have been how would you say it? Have been kind of legit. So even like the Nintendo Switch, the pricing of it on April 2nd actually hit the rumor right on the tip of the head, $450 US for the standard Switch 2. He is also he also announced Apex 2.0.
Hopefully, with the release of the Switch 2, Animal Crossing will actually go down in freaking price.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Dude, I went to the shops today, and Animal Crossing's still $60.
Yep. The P2020. So like, here you go. Here's in April, a couple of months ago, he posted a leak saying the P2020 nerfs are coming in the patch. Alter will be nerfed in the near future, but the exact timing remains unclear for Apex. And
I just have to say, the way that he's wording these makes me think of a palm reader.
Yeah. And let's see here.
Possibly in the near future, this nerf may happen. We may see this come to fruition if we wait long enough. At some point in your life, you may have kids or not.
pretty much.
It's just Titanfall is just one of those ones that.
Yep, April 4th got a nerf.
But I mean, honestly, like when it comes down to it, if you see something overpowered, it's going to eventually get nerfed.
Yep.
Saying, I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. Well, duh.
unless you're playing COD, then
it'll be nerfed 2 months down the road.
Yeah, no, well, it'd be like 5 months down the road before it got nerfed. But yeah, so if there's gonna be like any new games, I'm gonna be waiting for like the gaming awards, or E3 should be coming up.
Now let's see when that is. I will look that up real quick.
Wait. I don't think E3 is actually a thing anymore.
Oh, they
Yeah.
discontinued in 2019.
Yep. I was gonna say I don't think E3 is a thing anymore. I forgot about that. Because it's now Xbox Direct, PlayStation Direct, and Nintendo Direct. It's just the 3 directs now.
Decreasing attendance, the rise of digital marketing and events, and the pandemic were major factors in the cancellation of E3. The ESA has confirmed that E3 is permanently discontinued.
Yep. Which sucks because I loved watching E3, but I understand it. I mean, it only took them 24 years. 28 years, actually. Almost 30 years of gaming. Crazy to think about.
Let's see here.
So yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
Another person I got into an argument with the other day, and this is absolutely fucking hilarious, was Call of Duty. It was a Call of Duty tweet. And oh man. I love it when people like try to tell me about the Cronus and all this and that. So this guy, he shares a screenshot of a scoreboard. So if anyone knows Call of Duty right now, the scoreboards, how they go, are eliminations. Well, and that's because it's Black Ops. Black Ops has always been an elimination game. So what it means by eliminations is if Dreadthor shoots the guy once and I kill him, we both get the kill count. And that's an elimination. So this guy shares a screenshot, and these are the KDs on it. A 3.92, a 3.09, a 5.67, a 2.9, a 2.36, a 4.17, 2.71, 2.38, 1.67, 2.50. Now, if you look at the other team, it pretty much looks like they landed into a bot lobby, or they got spawn trapped really bad and couldn't get out of said spawn trap. Because the KDs on the other team is a 0.87, a 0.47, and a 0.27. Now, this is on Nuketown. So if you hold the spawns properly, you can make sure that the enemy team does not leave their spawn.
Oh yeah, easily on Nuketown.
So let's look at this one. Ready? The first commenter on it says, "No one is cheating, you moron. This happens all of the time when the other team starts to get slammed. Because, let's be honest here, this guy says it's Fun playing a game with cheaters that makes half the opposing team drop out of the game. This is just about every match now, but let's chat ban and drop skins based on drug usage. Okay, the chat banning, yes, I mean, we're all in agreement that, hey, the chat banning is kind of bullshit now. Well, just like me and this guy said, there is no one cheating on the team. Like, this is all like legit feeds if you can get the spawn trap. And he goes, guess you never heard of Cronus Zen or Zim Matrix for console. I said, bro, what? This is an average lobby. If there were cheaters, you'd see a 25-1 and a nuke to end the game. The other team was just terrible, and funny enough, this has been happening since COD 4. And what I mean by that is the enemy team dropping out because they got spawn trapped or slammed really bad.
And it got so bad to the point where they started penalizing you for leaving games.
Exactly. And I said, another thing, you're in a Nuketown lobby where spawn trapping and shooting through walls is easy. And what I mean by that is because he's playing hardcore TDM. All the walls are fucking paper thin in Nuketown. You can shoot from your spawn to the enemy spawn and get kills off the rip. He goes, 1, you're young. 2, you're a streamer who probably uses cheats to gain followers. I've ran 4 servers, 3 gaming servers, and 1 server for scrim matches, and loading new maps to learn locations and what could be shot through, climbed on, hiding spots for knifing when teams passed by. Cheats have been an issue for gaming since the late 90s, early 2000s, and now they are an issue for console gaming. Cheats are very real, so you can deny all you want. I'm not a casual gamer that people can just run through. I have very quick reflexes and have always been better than good at gaming. Yet when you look at this guy's eliminations and deaths, he is 15-6. So I said, I'm young, LMAO. I said, best thing I've heard today. I have been playing games since GoldenEye on the 64. I said, you clearly don't know skill or what cheating even is. Plus, how can I cheat when I'm an Xbox main? LMAO. You just sound idiotic. So then he proceeds to send me a Cronus and the Ultimate Mod Pack. I said, wait, what's this? Someone tell me that I don't do my research yet? And I sent him a picture that says, yes, Microsoft has blocked Cronus Zen and other unauthorized accessories from working on Xbox console. This ban was implemented starting in late 2023. Devices like the Cronus Zen, which are used to modify input or provide unfair advantages in games, are now blocked from being used on Xbox. And then he proceeds to tell me that you can set up a Cronus Zen for Xbox, full setup 2025. I said, people are reporting their accounts get banned when plugged into the Xbox. So there again, Xbox has a banned approach on Cronuses. So now, let me just pause the conversation right there, because now when you look at a bunch of Xbox players, you can go on the PC and play Xbox games on the PC. So yes, you can probably plug your Cronus in to the PC and use it on the quote-unquote Xbox app. But if you plug it into the Xbox, guess what? Your account gets banned.
Now, here's a question for you, since we're talking about
yes.
Cheating and stuff like that. Do you consider scuff controllers to be cheating?
No, I do not.
So, buying a controller that changes at the rate at which you can fire a gun and make the keys all different modular and all that type of stuff, and changing the depth at which you can press a key versus a standard Xbox controller, you consider fair?
So the reason why I say that, and this is because of me being me. For instance, if you look at, let's see here. If you look at Xbox, they have the Pro Series controller, which it's pretty much the same thing as a SCUF. PlayStation also has a Pro controller with the mods on it.
You froze. There you go.
It's totally unfroze on my end for some reason. I think it's your uploading.
It was just like a quick second one.
Okay. So PlayStation has their own modded controller as well. It's a PlayStation Pro controller. So all these controllers are legal in tournaments. It's just all about play style. Now, the only thing that changes on the triggers on that aspect, for instance, is let's say you and I were playing like Call of Duty or let's see here. If we were playing Call of Duty or
any shooter.
Apex, yeah, any shooter. So actually, let me grab my controller real fast. So mine, I actually have a SCUF. I have the Minnesota Rocker because I am a huge Rocker fan because, it's the only team in the North. So, with that being said, if you listen closely, I basically turn my controller into a mouse. Now, because it is connected to, let's say, the Xbox or anything like that, the fire rates for any gun or how would you say it, or any like melee or things like that is all going to be the same because it's programmed into the game. So you can't shoot faster than, for instance, what the gun is programmed to. Now, if you were to have, for instance, the mod packs and all that, you can bypass all those firing rates.
I still think when it comes down to console and stuff like that, this is personal opinion. I feel like standard controllers should be the thing.
No, don't get me wrong. Like, it doesn't give you much of an advantage other than the programming of the controller. That's about it. So, for instance, what I mean by that is like you have 4 buttons back here that are clickable. So, for instance, I have one that's jump and one that's slide, and that way I don't have to take my thumb off of the joysticks. So, for instance, like Call of Duty, if I'm trying to slide or get away, I don't have to move my thumb off of the looking joystick. So basically I can just run, look, slide, jump, whatever. That's about the only advantage you are going to get is the programming. Now, you can do that to a standard controller, but you can't do it to you're still going to have to move your thumb to touch everything, but you don't have to do it for if you have the programmable buttons in the back. So
yeah, it was just one of those things that has always been like, I also don't feel like a PC person should play against console.
Oh, 100%. I'm definitely in agreement with that, especially with, like I said a little bit ago, the Cronus was able to hop into that. So, but yeah, that's the L0ki rant of this week's episode. I mean, who's next on the next week's episode of L0ki's Rant Corner? I mean, we might as well just call the last little bit of the show L0ki's Rant Corner. Because honestly, at this point, it's like you guys can argue with me all you want, but you know what? I'm still going to prove my point, and I'm still going to prove I'm right. Now, there's times where I'll admit, yeah, I'm wrong. I looked it up. I'm wrong. But no, Titanfall 3 is still rumored. It is still rumored, and the trailer rumor is supposed to come out for the GAs. And for
I will listen. I will admit, Titanfall 3 will come out when I see a trailer for Titanfall 3. That's legit.
So we have to wait for the GAs 2026, or not 2026, 2025, which is fall this year.
So like I said, you know, when I see that, then I'll believe it, because Titanfall has been.
100%.
It's Half-Life all over again.
It's so basically Titanfall is a cult following. So like a lot of people love Titanfall, and it's kind of like one of those games where it ended up being like a huge like hit after it was like already out for so long. And I think that's because everyone loved the wall running, everyone loved the smooth movement, everyone loved the mech dropping from the sky. And
who doesn't love that? Like, that was great.
But like you just running off a wall and like your mech grabbing you and throwing you in the cockpit so you can control it was badass. Let's be honest here. Titanfall was a fun game. Titanfall 3 needs to step up, do better than Titanfall 2, actually give us a campaign, and actually give us like a legit Battlefield style experience with mechs and Call of Duty style shooting. That's all we ask for. That is all we ask for.
I gotta say though, like when it comes, like I've gotten to the point with shooters that I'm gonna get hate for this. I just know it. I prefer Battlefield over Call of Duty now.
Well, okay, so like I've got a love-hate for that, because the only reason why I say that is because Call of Duty, to me, has always been like more of like an arcade shooter. Now, like if, for instance, because you can have a team of 6 and run on there and just play with a bunch of randoms. With Battlefield, I want a full squad of people I know to actually do our roles, our jobs. Like if you're a medic, come revive my ass when I'm down. If you're a sniper, you best get your ass up on the ridge and fucking scout for me and ping out people. Or if you're a mechanic, fix my tank when it's half-ass dead. I don't want to be in a tank with Half-Life and no one helping me fix the damn thing while I'm trying to like lay fire on an enemy base in front of me. You know what I mean? So that's why I have a love-hate for the arguments between the two, because let's be honest here, Battlefield was always fun because there wasn't that many cheaters, and it had vehicle warfare, it had huge maps, it had skyscraper and building devastations, while Call of Duty had like the fun team 6v6s or the search and destroys, or for instance kill streaks, which you can call in like a UAV or something.
The thing for me, like, as you know, I've played Call of Duty a lot over the years. You know, I've seen it grow from the way it started to the way it is now. I mean, I even did it as a job when I was younger. I played in tournaments and stuff. And you know, I was on a team that was one of the best in the Midwest. And I love Call of Duty. It has a very big nostalgia point for me. But I think as I've gotten older and realized, hey, there's more to these games that interest me than point and shoot. So, like, when it comes down to it, it's just like the skill transfer between Battlefield and COD. I'll tell you this: if you've never played Battlefield or a game like Battlefield, like Delta Force, Battlefield, which Delta Force is essentially a clone of Battlefield.
Yep.
You're going to have a horrible time.
Oh, 100%.
And it's just one of those factors. Like, they have bullet drop, there's wind, there's all different types of scenarios where you actually have to put into details and learn actually how to properly fire, where your lines on your scopes are going. Like Call of Duty, that means absolutely nothing, that sniper scope, other than how far you can see.
Yep.
And the lines they have on there, that's for aesthetics.
Not in Warzone. There is a definite bullet drop in.
Oh yeah, like I said, like Warzone versus Battlefield, very similar stuff. But Call of Duty, like Call of Duty itself, it's all aesthetic.
Yep.
They want to make the guns look real. They want to appease that type of community. But I guarantee you, if they made the bullet drop in Call of Duty, you wouldn't be seeing the KDAs that you see.
Yeah. But, yep.
Your mic went really quiet.
Probably because it dimmed down.
You're still quiet.
That better?
No.
I don't know why it went quiet.
Yeah, you just got a lot softer.
Oh, there we go.
There you
are. Somehow I muted the mic, so yeah.
I could still hear you, which was weird, but
probably because it's circulating through something else. But yeah, I think that's about it.
Yep. So there's our rants on bots,
and Twitter,
and some game updates for y'all.
Yep.
If you ever want to catch us outside of the stream, make sure to check us out on Twitter at the Asgardian Pub Podcast.
Or you can follow me at ttv_L0ki at Twitter.
Or you can follow me at, let's search on Twitter for Dreadthor.
So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for us on this week's podcast. Hopefully everyone had a good Easter, and yeah, we'll catch you all on the next one.
Until next time, see y'all later.
Peace.